This is just a quick look at navigation within the virtual environment. There are the basic moves that you can utilize in the application itself. If you open up the move, you can actually click and drag just like you would in any application here, and you'll see that the arrows would turn you around, and you know, they're pretty self-explanatory what the arrows are. Sometimes this little arrow means to crouch, this little arrow means to jump up right here. That's in your walk mode. You can select the run mode, and if you grab your arrows, you're actually running. You know, if you had an animation override, you would see some kind of a running. And then you can select the fly, and the fly you can go further up. You can fly any which way you want. You can stop flying and okay. So that is your navigation within the Second Life environment. So let me go ahead and redock that, and let me show you that again. This little centerpiece means I can put it back on the dock, then I can close it. View here actually works the camera controls. Just like any kind of a camera, you have your pan here. You can pan up and you can pan down. You can pan up and down, I should say, here, and you can zoom in and out using these particular tools right here. Another feature in this area is underneath this, where you look at the eye. You can, right now, you know, we can go to rear view, we can do a side view as we're walking around, and we can do a front view as we're walking, or running, I should say. So, so those are the views here. This is the rear view is the default view. So if you were in the front view and you were working around or something and you pressed your escape key on your keyboard, you would go back to the default view. So over in this third option is object view and mouse look. Mouse look is basically in first person. Another shortcut for that is the letter M on your keyboard, and that zooms in, and if you press escape you go back to the default. Object view is if I want to work on an object. You see, if I click on this, I get the little magnifying glass with a plus. That means if I click on something and move my mouse in and out, I'm going to zoom in and out on it. So those are the features within the application itself. Let me hit escape here. Now I prefer shortcut keys. So just like that very last one with the magnifying glass, if you select your Alt key, same thing on a Mac and a PC, select your Alt, you get that little magnifying glass with a plus, so you can click on something and zoom in and out. You can click on something and move your mouse feature around and view yourself. Now I'm still using the Alt and clicking and zooming in and out, moving my mouse all around. Now if I add my Control key to this Alt key, I can actually zoom around, and this is great for building. So once again, that's Alt, goes in and out. If you add Control, you can see there I'm not clicking, gives you a little curly Q. Alt plus, Control curly Q, that means you can come in. You can even go underneath the ground and see what's under there, and that's very important to remember because you might find that in an assignment. I might bury something under the ground. So remember that, Alt plus Control. For flying, if you're on a PC, you just select page up and keep holding it, and you'll page up, page down, takes you down. If you're on a Mac, it's function and the up arrow, and function and the down arrow. Please remember that. Your arrows that are right and left will spin you right and left, forward and backward on the key, move you forward and backwards. I'm actually in run, so I'm going to select Control R, which should take me out of run. If I select Control R again, I'll be back in run, Control R, out of run. So those are just some very quick down and dirty. Anything else, let me think, you know, your basic W, S, and D and all those wonderful features also work. That's an A, this is a D, here's an S, here's, oh, there's E. Oh, so let me go page down. I meant to select W to go forward. So E takes you up. Woo! And F should bring you down. Whoa! So, okay. So those are just keyboard functions. I don't use actual letter keys. I use the Alt, the Control, and the arrows, and many times, you know, Shift Control, whatever it is. So those are just navigations. Quick, down, and dirty. I hope you gained some knowledge. So it's just my version. There you have it. Later on you'll be getting one of these fancy dancy t-shirts. I actually have 2 t-shirts on, so I think I'm going to take a t-shirt off and hopefully I won't be naked. And here we go. So enjoy your navigation and we'll see what you can do later on.